Phil, I'm not too sure where to start with that one. A 6-5 win against Dover, another late goal this season. What did you make of the performance?
Well, first of all, let's be honest. The fundamentals of defending, doing the right things in all areas of the pitch weren't in place, and hence we conceded some poor goals. But that's that. But in terms of the character to come back at 5-2 down and win a game 6-5, doesn't matter who it's against. That's not easy. So you've got to give the lads enormous credit. The way we responded to what was a bizarre, shall we say, not just the start of the second half, but after going 2-0 up and we were cruising in the game, to then concede 5 goals, you just could not legislate for that. But you've got to give the lads enormous credit the way they came back in it, and we remained patient, and we got the chances in the end, and I always feel we've got players who'll take those chances.
We'll touch on the individuals of the performance in a second, but where do you think that never say die attitude is coming from? We've seen it so many times against Wealdstone, for instance, scoring in the latter stages, Halifax, in games as well, Notts County to add another one into that list. It's happened so many times this season. Where do you think it comes from?
Yeah, we've got a strong mentality in the group, and mentality is playing under a bit of pressure. And when you're getting beat at home or you wander down at Wealdstone, mentality is keep showing for the ball, keep trying to do the right things, and that's what we've got in the group. We've got some good experienced players, and we showed that today. But more importantly, we've got goal scorers, and always feel that when the chances come, we've got players who'll take.
Now, in your head, you mentioned it being bizarre. When we went 5-2 down, almost a Jassy hat-trick, about 10 minutes in the second half, what goes through your head as manager?
Well, we're thinking of changes, obviously, and what can we do to get us back in the game. That's first and foremost. And then that's what we did. We just changed to a diamond, and then just tinkered around with it a little bit, and in the end, we had enough attacking talent on there to break them down. But I have to say, I thought man of the match today was the crowd. I really do, because 2-2 at half time, they were good. And I thought through the second half, even at 5-2, they stayed behind us. They probably could sense, like me, that this game wasn't dead. And I thought they were magnificent today.
Obviously, goals against day 2 from Ollie Palmer, 2 from Jordan Davis, Paul Mullin on the act as well. Goal scores from all over the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, Geordie, listen, it was a bit of a risk to play him today because of his calf problem, and I slept on that overnight, and because of his goal scoring prowess, we went with him, and I thought he looked leggy, particularly in the first half. He's had an incredible chance to score, which I think he's hit the bar with, but you always feel on the pitch he's going to produce a bit of magic. You
mentioned in the pre-match interview about some of the players that hadn't been involved on Tuesday. They trained really well, and they're making a build-up. 2 of those, Dan Jarvis and Liam McClendon, coming up again at the end, being a vital performance, getting some assists as well. Yeah, no, Jarvis and Macca did great, and they've contributed, and Dior did well when he got on as well. And to go back to your previous question at 5-2, what was I thinking? I was thinking I should have changed some players at the start of the game. We should have freshened the team up, because for whatever reason, we were off the pace. But in saying that, the lads came off the bench and were great. And as I've said many times before, Macca and Jarvis in particular, have played a big part so far, and I expect them to contribute as we go forward. You mentioned the crowd. You mentioned wanting the racecourse to be a fortress at times this season. Still at 5-2 down, the crowd was always on your side today. I thought they were great. It was a strange feeling, wasn't it? I think everybody, the nature of the goals we conceded, it was just a very strange feeling. But I think the supporters live every moment with us, and I can feel that in game. And I felt today they were thinking what I was thinking, that we've still got the ability to get back in the game. Whether we're going to go and win it. Probably that was maybe in a lot of people's minds, maybe a bit too much, but to get the winner so close to the end was a great moment. That unbeaten run now continues ahead of a break from league action next weekend against Stockport County in the FA Trophy semi-final. Yeah, no, listen, it's a good week for us now. We've had 3 games in 7 days. Difficult week. The Halifax game was a full-on game, and it looked like it took a bit out of us. So we need to decide on the schedule for this week, and make sure that next week, in front of another terrific crowd and the atmosphere, that Stockport will bring a lot of fans that we're ready to get ourselves to Wembley. And just finally, how happy are you to get 6 points from this week and manage to get over the line in tonight's game? Yeah, no, delighted. 5-2 down, absolutely ecstatic. I think everybody thinks coming to beat Halifax, coming to Dover, it's a given. But no game's ever easy in football. Dover went to Stockport recently, and it was 0-0, I think, to about the 84th minute, and they had a man sent off as well, and it was only a late goal which separated it. And you could see with Dover today, all right, the relegation has been looming over them for a long time, but they just seem to play with a lot more freedom in terms of their attacking intent, and
we didn't deal with it.
Nice one, congratulations, Phil.
Thank you.